What's going on, guys? It's Chad. My eye is bloodshot. Yeah, I'm really not getting enough sleep, but yeah, it is what it is. We grind. Eventually, after only sleeping like, you know, maximum 5 hours every night, we'll catch up somewhere. It's okay. I got a good amount of good quality rest, so surely I could, you know, do this. Now, why would I ever want to make the barrel on my pistol even smaller? This P890, I haven't used any of these pistols much at all yet, but I was really hoping that I could do it for like with hardcore, but I'm probably gonna end up getting to them before hardcore. I had no idea when hardcore was actually supposed to be out, and apparently it's supposed to come out with season 1. Oh yeah, also I made that video yesterday, you know, talking about, you know, my frames and all that shit. Oh, never mind, it's doing the same thing. I was uninstalling and reinstalling a bunch of shit, and yeah, it was working yesterday, and now, I don't know, whatever. Dude, it was so frustrating too, because I got people like literally just linking me shit of just saying like, hey, did you know if you open programs on your computer, you get less FPS? What's the point of a Marksman rifle if I have to shoot them like 4 times at certain distances? The EBR was completely fine. That was doing a good amount of damage. Why does this Lockman, whatever this is, 7.62, why is this shit so weak? It feels so weak. You would think for the amount of recoil that this thing has in comparison to the other rifle I was just using, you would think that it would do at least around the same amount of damage, but it's substantially weaker. What the fuck? I heard that there are some nightmare weapons out there that for sure need like at least a full bullet TTK to even start competing. Like fights where you can't have them straight out. You have to kind of get the jump on them. You have to get the first shot. Kind of need to like avoid engaging straight out. So from the title of this video, every day I basically uploaded a video talking about, you know, the next platinum thing that I've unlocked or whatever, because I assume obviously gold is incredibly easy to get. Everyone gets it. So I figured, you know, since I got up to platinum, you know, initially I was like, you know, that's probably better for me to just do that. Like, even doing those headshots, that's what it felt like before with the other weapon, doing body shots. The EBR would literally one-tap, like, over 40 meters away. It was great. This shit, I don't think it could one-tap anyone. Yeah, so check it out. So, boom. We got the platinum knife, you know, shiny and shit. Don't have any of the special effects or anything on. And there's no inspect for the riot shield. Yeah, this whole thing that literally looks like tinfoil or some shit without any graphical setting. Both of these are done. 2 of the most awkward and weirdest things in the game are done, basically. They're both platinum. Also, I didn't realize this, but there is actually no Orion Camo challenge, I guess, that you have to do once you finish a polyatomic for everything. So it's a little less of a grind than I thought. I thought that, like, you would still have to go through polyatomic everything, but then you have to unlock, like, 51 Orion things individually. But it turns out once you get polyatomic, it actually does unlock all of them across all of the weapons. I guess because on this game, I got used to the fact that, you know, it's one weapon at a time kind of thing. I have a feeling these tac rifles are just not fun at all. EBR was cool. But this shit, I didn't even recognize it, but the Eagles won again. Still undefeated. It's so weird, the amount of tweets that I get whenever, like, I'm wrong on a prediction on, like, UFC fights or some shit like that. And it's, like, incredibly exaggerated where they say that I'm, like, quote, always wrong. When, in terms of accuracy, it's around, like, actually a 65%. Not the greatest accuracy, but it's literally not always wrong. It's strange, the amount of people that tweet at me whenever I'm wrong about a fight or the Eagles lose or some shit. And I never said or disrespected anything. I just said, like, who I thought was gonna win, or obviously I would want the Eagles to win. And then they tweet at me like I deserve to have shit talk to me. But as soon as I'm right about something, which is more often than wrong, only slightly, but actually yes, all of a sudden they're nowhere to be found. I swear the battle rifles on this game get less XP per kill or some shit. Also to note, I mean, some people are like, oh, how does this person have so-and-so like amount of things done or whatever, even if they're playing a lot, how are they unlocking it so fast, all this shit? I mean, they're just doing it in the most efficient way possible, man. They're leveling it using invasion, which in my opinion is fine, especially since we don't have shipment or anything like that. These maps are absolutely horrible or anything like that, but you can't always get your way with a lot of the maps. So I also had to do some of my first kills from behind challenge. I see what people mean, but there are also like really cheesy ways to get it. Getting kills from behind is kind of like a playstyle choice that you have to implement yourself. You know, I'm curious, hold on, let me launch Modern Warfare 2019 really quick and see if I'm locked over there. Now it happens whenever I open OBS. I swear this is one of the last times I'll even mention it. I gotta figure out what this is. I'll straight up record voice without face cam sometime. I'm not locked over on this game. 240, 250. Is there anything different like in my task manager that's making it? So we haven't touched any assault rifles, any SMGs, started some of the battle rifles, all the shotguns are done, most of the Marksman rifles are done. That's why I'm doing the Lockman over on the battle rifles at the moment to get this LMS. I also can get it faster by using the Lockman over the TAC 56 because this one's level 17, the other one needs to be 20. So we're almost at the halfway point basically. Not to mention some weapons and stuff are just much faster than others in terms of like their overall level. Basically all you have to do is get them to that certain level level and then just blow through all of the challenges. I think probably the biggest pain is trying your best, your absolute best in the invasion modes, and every single thing that you're trying to do and get done in that entire process just is not working out. No matter what you do, it's just not working. You've flanked a million times, you use the vehicles, you've done every single little cheesy thing that you possibly could to try to get over there and kill the AI and all this shit, and you make virtually no progress. It's really, really painful on this. Because it not only, like, sometimes when you go and get your ass whooped, like, in the game, you're like, oh, okay, fine, I got my ass beat, you know? That person's better than me. But once you start running into actual bots and things like that, and you're aware that you're killing things that literally are not human, yeah, it starts getting pretty frustrating. Not nearly as frustrating as the other ones. Obviously, I'll prefer this over any other grind I've done thus far. This has been the most chilled out one. This actually honestly feels like, in a way, this feels about as easy to understand and streamlined as the Cold War Zombies experience was for me. I feel like I barely even remember any frustrations with it. A couple annoyances here and there. Oh. Is that supposed to happen? I always forget that I can just equip camos to weapons that, like, are hardly leveled up. That's just how this game works. I didn't think they could really come up with a system where they could somehow give you all of these camos that are actually good. They also look good, but you also had to do challenges to get them at least once. I was always kind of scared that it would be considered a little bit too easy, but it's not.
Using truck changing max.
He watched a whole kill cam. Honestly, with how quickly I'm getting tapped by multiple pistols, I mean, it's basically like I'm playing hardcore. Get tapped by the Deagle, that other weapon, whatever it was, just this random pistol. The pistol looks completely normal. Doesn't, for any reason, tell you that it should be extremely powerful, like, you know, a Desert Eagle or something. You'd expect that to one-tap somebody if you shoot him in the face with it. But other pistols, you're usually used to, you know, having to fire, you know, 4 shots or so. And every single time I manage to actually get to the AI, they all have armor. I need to get better with this tactical insertion. I've just been basically hard farming over on, you know, just multiplayer shit, just face tanking it. This gun is absolutely horrible. I don't even, it's gotta be the worst gun I've used so far. Those are just the really frustrating games to run into, but you know, we're grinding, making progress, you know, we'll be there in virtually no time. I don't know if there's some sort of attachment or something that makes this thing usable or something like that. I'm aware that the other versions of the Lockman they're really, really good, but this, it's not doing it for me. If this shit is strong, tell me how. The pistol feels genuinely more consistent. I have more confidence that I'm gonna kill somebody with this pistol, just even this one, this P890, and kill someone with this before I killed them with that full-blown battle rifle, no matter the distance. Meanwhile, I'm getting tapped by this basilisk thing. I don't even know what they're shooting me with, if there's anything even special in there. Oh, also, happy Halloween. People have been asking me about the Resident Evil DLC that they ended up putting out, the Shadow of Rose or whatever. I think that's what it was called. They might have changed it, I don't know. I've been aware of this DLC for months. Ever since any of the news came out, I was excited about it, but I knew that it lined up pretty perfectly with this release, and I just knew I would fall behind on it. So it's not very likely that I'll do it, just to let people know, but I want to. And I might still do it myself. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, life and just this is the focus. So yeah, anyway, happy Halloween. Be safe out there, and it's with Jeb, guys. Later.